thank you for watching the video. I'm Mr. Gentleman Shellcat, and I'm doing a pretty much a tutorial video of the O series logs and so forth. Right now I'm at the camp location for us to get an updated camp, and you also get your backpack modification for your, well, small backpack I should say. Which, if I remember correctly, that's about 30 pounds of carry weight when you start the game. So you come over here, and it's right next to the Wayward Pines, right in front of me. Now, you have the stash box. It's over here. This Overseer's cache you'll be looking for. There's about, I believe, 18 of them, and a few random Overseer caches all over the place with the holotape and so forth. So, this one is camp, which I'll play real quick.
Overseer's log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remembered, but... mutated animals? Haywire bots? No people so far. We have to be ready to rebuild in... what I can confirm is... hostile territory. Fortunately, Vault Tech was prepared. You see this? The cooking station, the stash box, the workbenches, all built with the camp. You need a home base out there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you one. Just add resources, planning, and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you've built is stored, ready to be placed back down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory. I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me. But after seeing Appalachia for myself, I need to make sure every resident of 76 has a safe haven they can start from. I'll make do without it. If it's still standing, the town of Flatwoods is further down this road. Find me there. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Okay, so before we head over to Flatwoods to see the next holotape and so forth of the Overseer, pretty much at the beginning of the game when I got it back in, what was it, 2018, if I remember correctly, maybe 19, was it? Either way, this is what you start out with. A workbench, a armor bench, cooking station, and that was it. And that wasn't even including the resources unless you bought it with a pre-order. So, yeah. I'm so glad nowadays you have the option of buying a second to even a fifth campsite. So, besides me really missing, on to the next location. Actually, it's saying it needs me to craft a weapon. Okay. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay. I think. Okay, so yeah, you had to craft a weapon, have to make a piece of armor. I believe back then there was some type of hidden quest that went with this, so yeah. As you can tell, I've been doing other stuff besides overseer's missions. Okay. So the Flatwoods is just down here. I'm going to speed up the video so you can see it faster. And I forgot to mention, since I'm a ghoul, all the Brotherhood scouts and so forth are hostile to me. So yeah. Okay, we're in Flatwoods. So for the detour and so forth. Now the donation boxes back then weren't around, so it pretty much was only the overseer caches back then.
Overseer's log, town of Flatwoods. My God. There's no one here. The old tavern, the church, people were using them for shelter, but they're gone. Mutations we expected. But there's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person. But it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice... angry, tortured. We are one. One what? Whatever happened here is beyond anything we expected. And we expected a lot. Before they were wiped out, the survivors called themselves the Responders. Looks like they were made of firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. They even have an automated system to teach people about treating water, food, survival. I'm doing their tests, and you should too. I know it's even worse than we imagined, but someone's got to know where the missile silos are, and how to secure them. The Responders are the best lead we have. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Okay, so on to joining the Responders. Just go over here to the bar. Okay, looks like locate Kasha, Adama, optional church or location in the system.
Make yourself at home. I did.
Okay, I'm getting some freezing on my end, so I'm gonna probably save the video a few times. Okay, Siege, apologize. She's a researcher, hygienic and educational.
Automated warning to all Responders. Mr. Phone hands are out of control. Evacuate civilians supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
Okay.
DASA has asked us all to document our stories for posterity, you know. Seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. When the bombs fell, I was in Watoka, coordinating a statewide science fair for that year's high school kids. And the theme was the future of energy. After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food and fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around. I found a couple of surviving kids from the high school whose parents didn't make it. And we holed up in a house in town for a while. After a bit, I was able to solder the circuitry in an old radio, and we tuned in to a broadcast from the responders. Oh, we were overjoyed. The trip from Watoka to Flatwoods, it was rough, mind you. The kids and I ran into a group of assholes in the mountains who stole our food and water. I can't tell you how happy I was to find the responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone, open kitchens, medical supplies, protection. We were safe. They had a problem, though. Their water sources were contaminated heavily. People were boiling water, but not long enough to make it safe. So, I stepped up and I said, I'll build a testing kit to monitor the contamination, and I will teach folks how to properly boil water. And I did. The world is getting better, but slowly. We need to make sure it doesn't relapse, too. It's going to take time and care, that's all. Well, time, care, and science.
Okay, so gotta go test the water in the well and see if it's safe. Yeah, mole rats. There you go. Okay, boil water, use dirty water and harvest wood. Okay. So you're looking for any logs that are down, like this one here, and you can actually gather wood. Then you go to any kitchen station and cook from there. And then we gotta check the severity of the test. the kiosk. Now, if you just do boiled water, you're still gonna get some rats. You gotta go for purified water, and back then you had to do a special quest in the Toxic Valley for filtering the boiled water. So yeah. Okay, now for second helpings.
Reverend Delbert Winters here, born and raised in this very town. Lent my own church to the responders for their outpost here, and you're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see, helping folks through thick and thin, till the heavens open up again and take us all up anyways. When this all happened, I figured like most it was time. This was the end, but it wasn't, was it? We're still here. At first, I thought it was a mistake, that we was missed, forgotten. Maybe we did some wrongs. Didn't give enough to charity, maybe. Didn't praise his name, even in the worst of times. Maybe thought some things that ought not to been thought. So I asked him. I asked how? Why? I fought your wars on Earth. I'm ready to fight them up there by your side. Then, in my despair, I saw some survivors eating raw rat carcass behind a dumpster. You ought to cook that first, I warned them. Seemed obvious. We tried but got sick, they said, covered in their own filth. I realized right then and there that I was being tasked. From then on, I built kitchens, cooked good food, fed anyone who walked up with an empty belly. And I was thankful for my task in life. Thankful. Next time hell or high water land at my stoop, I'll be swept clear away with it. But until then, let's share a home-cooked meal together, all right?
Okay, so it looks like he was defending himself. It looks like someone threw a few throwing knives at his head. Okay. Okay, volunteer training. And cook ribeye steak, get a piece of raw meat. Okay, and that's a simple... Yeah. I may not have enough. If I remember correctly, I might need some free cooking lessons. There's delicious and free cooking lessons just outside the Flatwoods Tavern and parking lot. Reverend Deborah Riders leads the cooking lessons every day, free to all survivors. Come and get fed and learn how to cook old-fashioned way. Reverend Riders, famous Appalachia, corn pole, yum, cheeseburgers. It's definitely meat. Well, probably. Okay. At least in some of it. You kindly refer to local friendly responders for the daily details and class schedules. Okay. And if you left tab, if you're on PlayStation, you can see what craftable items you have to make. Now I need to make a ribeye steak. That takes 2 ramen. And go back to the kiosk. Okay, a database. It would be, I believe, a guest. Okay, final departure, investigate Morgantown Airport.
Chloe looks after me. She's the best guardian a girl could have.
And with that, that is Anna Flatwoods area. On to my next video, I'll be doing the Morgantown Overseer log tape. Thanks for watching.